to the Metropolitan Life Skills Program. I'm Yasmina Franke from the Group Empowerment and Corporate Affairs Department, and I've had the privilege of working with the Metropolitan Brand for over 10 years. This Life Skills Program consists of 4 selected topics aimed at guiding and empowering you at this very critical stage of your life as you make your mark on the soccer field, in the classroom, your family, and the broader community. The 4 topics that we cover in this Life Skills Program is about life choices. It will focus on issues of identity, of image, of sexuality, and even financial literacy. But the part that I'm going to focus on is about you. It's about your identity and how you build your own personal brand. So what does it mean to build your own brand? Let's take a step back and first explore what a brand really is. Many years ago, the first recorded use of brand was when commonly livestock like cattle was branded to signify an identity and ownership. Even in the times of slavery, people were branded to signify ownership. So one could say that a brand is a mark that signifies a sense of ownership. Today, brands can be reflected in a numeral, in a symbol, in a letter, or a combination of those. For example, the golden arches of McDonald's, the swoosh of Nike, the stallion of Ferrari, and the arrows of Metropolitan. These are all brands that you are familiar with. And as we stand here at this beautiful stadium, we remember the biggest sporting event this continent has ever seen, the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Not only was this event big for the soccer players and the spectators, but it was big for brands such as Coca-Cola, Sony, Visa, F&B, and MTN, because these brands paid a premium to display their brands on this beautiful platform of soccer. But a great brand is more than just a logo, a slogan, or great advertising.
Of speed, the irony. But speed merchants wait for no one. There's the spark. Faster with the ball than without it. And the blaze, a different kind of fast, a consuming inferno of speed. Both armed with a new weapon, lighter and faster than anything that's come before. Speed meets speed. And the gods will decide.
A great brand has certain characteristics and qualities, and that brings me to the second part of my segment. I'd like to talk to you more about the characteristics of a brand. So this is the presidential suite, the place where many brand conversations happen. Players' contracts are negotiated, sponsorships and endorsements are secured, and hopefully one day you will be the subject of such discussions. But for now, let's get back to what a great brand is and the characteristics of such a great brand. There are 3 specific characteristics I'd like to talk to you about. Firstly, a great brand delivers on its promise. Secondly, a great brand is consistent and trustworthy. And thirdly, a great brand is relevant and memorable. And so I'd like to take you through each one of those one by one. When we say a great brand delivers on its promises, we actually mean that it does what it says. When we say a great brand is consistent and trustworthy, we mean that it is dependable and you know what you can expect from such a brand. And when we say a great brand is relevant and memorable, we mean that it is real and in touch with the people and that it leaves a lasting impression. But the interesting thing about the brand qualities is that it applies to people as well. And if you were to behave in this manner, you'd be well on your way to developing your own personal brand. We also know that as consumers, we associate certain qualities that we aspire to brands that we like to engage with. So for example, if you place a high premium on safety, the car you're most likely to drive is Volvo, because that's what Volvo stands for. And if you want high quality goods, you probably would associate yourselves and purchase from Woolworths. And if you're a sporty guy and places importance on performance, you'd probably like to own your own pair of Nike boots. Now think about what it says about you if you were to wear a shirt with Madiba's face on it. No words, just his face. And you walk into a room, what would people think of you? Madiba's face as a brand stands for certain things. And by associating yourselves with that, there is a transferal of those characteristics. So walk into a room with a shirt with Madiba's face on says things like proudly African, trustworthy, honorable, respectable, fair, equitable. And imagine your own personal brand matching that of Madiba's, and people were rushing to purchase a t-shirt with your face on it. And that's when we talk about having your own personal brand. I'd like to take that thought now into the next section where we talk about personalities that have their own personal brand. So now we cover the last part of brand personalities by looking at 3 great sportsmen who are brands in their own right. I'm going to talk about Lewis Hamilton, David Beckham, and Roger Federer. Lewis Hamilton is a British Formula One racing driver. He joined the McLaren driver program at the young age of 12 years old, and he was the first black driver in Formula One to win the championship in 2008. He said, "When I'm at a race, I don't think, man, I'm the only black driver here. Odd racist things would crop up now and then, but I channel my aggression. It is one of my great strengths. I was taught that the best way to beat them is out on the track." And so this proves that this great sportsman has actually overcome the issues around race and focused on performance. David Beckham is so well known that he needs no introduction. David Beckham, he supported UNICEF since his days at Manchester United. And in January 2005, he became the Goodwill Ambassador with a special focus on UNICEF's Sport for Development programs. And this is what David Beckham said: "We can't turn a blind eye to the tens of thousands of young children who die every day in the developing world, mostly from causes that are preventable. In Sierra Leone, 1 in 4 children dies before reaching their 5th birthday, and saving these children's lives is a top priority for UNICEF. And as an ambassador, I hope I can help to draw attention to this issue across the world." So David Beckham is more than just a soccer player. He is somebody who gives back. He behaves in a way that makes him a personality that people can associate with. And now I'd like to talk about Roger Federer. Roger Federer holds the record for being the #1 tennis player for 237 consecutive weeks. He has won a record of 16 Grand Slam single titles. He too is a Goodwill Ambassador for UNICEF. And he has established the Roger Federer Foundation to help disadvantaged people and to promote sports. But interestingly enough, earlier this year, when the tragedy happened in Haiti, he was the first one who formed a special charity called Heat for Haiti, where he gathered all his fellow tennis players to donate their time and money for the victims of Haiti. Once again, showing that this personality is more than just tennis. So in summary, we've looked at three components. Firstly, what is a brand? Secondly, the characteristics of a brand. And then we looked at personalities with strong brands. And I hope you take away from here the strong message of living your own personal brand by behaving in a way that's endearing and lasting. But it's not going to be that easy. You need to have a vision, and I suggest you have a role model that you can emulate. And I know that you'll make a success of it. I wish you all the best of luck. I hope you enjoy the rest of the tournament and the rest of the DVD. Until next time, goodbye.